All right, now we're going to talk a little bit about choice versus must or choice versus have to. So, my theory is that we often have increased stress whenever we believe that things that we're experiencing or doing on a daily basis aren't choices, that instead they are things we must do or things that we have to do. Whenever we feel that we have to do something, the stress goes up, and oftentimes it is a displeasurable thing. Just think to yourself for a moment when your alarm clock goes off in the morning. Do you turn your alarm clock off and get up and go about your day? Or do you hit snooze or turn it off and say, oh, I have to get up. I have to get up. I have to go to class. I have to go to work. If you're using the word I have to a lot in your day, you might want to stop and think about how much choice you feel like you have in your life. And I know that's simple. And I know that it only takes a different wording, but it's a bit of a paradigm shift if you can go from feeling obligated to everything to seeing things as a choice. And I'll give you an example. Truly, the only thing we have to do is die. We will. There's no cure for it yet. All of us will. That's one of the common things. We're all born. We'll all die. That's something we can't avoid. We can have influence on it, often, not always, but we can have influence on it by being, taking less risks, taking less risks that aren't calculated. I'll put it that way. It's not that we can't take risks. I believe that it's important for us to take risks, but that aren't calculated. Like running across the street for no good reason. That's not a calculated risk. That's one that higher our likelihood of some kind of injury. I digress. The other things in life, and I sometimes have heard people say the only thing in life that's guaranteed is death and taxes. Everybody has to pay taxes. Let's look at that one. The truth is, it's not a must. It's not a have to, paying taxes. It is a choice. Is it a positive choice? Yeah, I think so. If I pay taxes, then I avoid penalties. If I pay taxes, I avoid having things taken from me by the government. If I pay taxes, I avoid going to prison. Those are displeasurable to me. I choose not to go to prison, have things taken from me. So I make the decision to, it's a choice, pay taxes, if that makes sense to you a little bit. So think about your regular daily activities and what you believe that you have to do. And if you can reframe those just a little bit and look at those as choices rather than musts, rather than have-tos, I believe, for me it's true. For many people that I have talked to and worked with, it's true that the displeasure goes down, the feeling of empowerment goes up whenever I simply say things that I'm doing on a daily basis are a choice because they are a means to an end that I want, or because I get to avoid something negative that I don't want when I make these choices. Try it. See what happens. Whenever your alarm goes off next time, instead of saying, I have to get up, I must get up. If I don't, oh my God. Then just instead get up and go about your day. Or try to say, see if you can do this. I'm choosing to do whatever it is that your alarm went off for you to go do. See what happens. Thanks so much.